Welcome back to Grandpa's Time. Hey, grandkids. I just thought I'd talk briefly about, I'll try to be brief. Grandpa sometimes rambles for a while, but just wanted to talk briefly about my grandfathers. This is called Grandpa's Time, and a lot of people's grandpas taught them about fishing or hunting or how to sharpen a knife or, you know, about God and about walking around in the woods and all kinds of stuff like that. My grandfather's, it was a little different for me. My father's father, my paternal grandfather, he died about a year before I was born, so I never even got to meet him. He was a veteran of the World War II, the Second World War, and he was a heck of a baseball player. And he was a truck driver. Maybe he drove a cab. I'm trying to find out a little more about him. And I'm going to try to get his military records and find out exactly what he was doing during World War II. I heard he served in Africa, but that's about all I know. So, my mother's father, my maternal grandfather, I knew him pretty well. He died when I was about 17. Never did get a chance to see me in uniform, which always bummed me out, but he saw me turn into a pretty decent sort, I guess. I worked full time. As a matter of fact, well, maybe I'll talk about that later, but he instilled some values in me, sir and ma'am, and to keep my hands out of my pockets, to give a good handshake. He'd get me a haircut every now and again when he said I look like a girl. Mostly it was because I didn't really have that much money growing up. And when I had my own money, I didn't want to spend it on a haircut. But he made sure that I'd get one. So that was, and then he had a couple squirrels that were pretty tame that would run around and climb up on you and eat peanuts off your head. That was pretty neat. And, he played a little frisbee with me. He was pretty old, but he walked to the store, which was a couple miles, probably 3 miles or so round trip, maybe a little more than that. About he did that 3 or 4 times a week with groceries in his hands. Anyway, pretty tough guy. I played checkers with him a lot, listened to Bing Crosby with him a lot. He'd tell me stories about these guys when it come to prohibition and making moonshine and stuff. And then after he died, my grandmother told me that he was talking about himself and his friends. So that was pretty funny. Played a lot of solitaire. I'll talk about my grandmothers another time, but this is just, since it's Grandpa's time, I wanted to talk about my grandfathers a little bit. And I'm hoping to pass along a little more to you than they did to me. But at the same time, my grandfather did teach me some things about becoming a decent young man that I'm hoping that I at least pass on those values to you kids. And I don't know, I can't think of a whole lot more to say. I mean, he went to church every Sunday and went a lot of Wednesdays, and there was a reason for that. I can't remember right now why, but he would work construction, build roads, Did that for a lot of years. He'd originally worked on the railroad, and then when the Depression hit, he got laid off from the railroad. I know he spent some time in the military, in the U.S. Army, but that was before. So both my grandfathers were in the Army, but I don't know. I know he served in Hawaii for a while, and I know he contracted malaria while he was in, but I don't know a whole lot more than that. I probably should get his records too. He served before World War II, and anyway, that's pretty much about all I know. But like I said, he instilled some values in me that I wanted to pass on, and hopefully I am. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Love you, grandkids. I'll talk to you later.